Good morning, 10 o'clock on a very snowy downtown Indianapolis as we give you a live look here. Visibility just, not quite 50% here this morning. We are continuing our snowstorm coverage here for you on Facebook. This is a live look on Monument Circle. The good news is it seems like most people that haven't had to get out, Kelly, have stayed home. That certainly helped the road crews get out there and do a great job of clearing off as many of these roads as they can. But the reality is we still have the snow that's falling.
Right. And I think that we learned through COVID that we can work from home and we can do school from home. So a lot of people staying off the roads, thankfully. We did have a lot of accidents earlier this morning.
That was surprising.
At least 5 semi-trailer accidents. So that was definitely a bit touch and go earlier today. Now that the sun's up, it looks pretty out there. However, we're still going to be in the thick of it all day long today. This is a humongous storm system. We have an upper level system that's going to continue to drive this storm system. Deep moisture from the Gulf allowing all of this moisture to develop, which is also continuing to bring in some colder air on the north side of this system as those winds shift out of the north at the surface. We're watching to see those upper levels start to change over as well. We still have some freezing rain and sleet in southeast central Indiana, and that's definitely the biggest problem that we have across central Indiana right now. Here's a look at radar. The heavier, darker bands, those are bands of snow showers that are a little bit heavier now in east central Indiana, and we still have this line of demarcation where the temperature is just hovering above the freezing mark in the upper levels, allowing that to be more liquid-like, which is refreezing on those surfaces that are below the freezing mark. So here's a little closer look at what we have going on. Most areas seeing snow along that I-70 corridor, but along I-74 and I-65 in south central Indiana, Greensburg to Columbus on south, still dealing with that precipitation that is very icy, very dangerous. We've had several accidents along I-74 and I-65 in south central Indiana earlier this morning, so very touch and go out there. Again, here's another look at that snow globe of Monument Circle. Temperature at 22 degrees. Our wind chill value making it feel like it is 6 above, and we are just going to go down from there. Near steady temperatures this afternoon. Notice that wind already out of the north-northeast at 21 miles per hour. It is going to be a windy afternoon. I'll get to that in a moment. But right now it's still 25 degrees in Columbus, 20 degrees in Kokomo, 22 in Indianapolis. The cold air is here to stay. That's going to allow for that fluffier snow to really start to push in. Here's a look at visibility. As Julia mentioned, that visibility really dropping, and we're down to about a mile of visibility in Indianapolis, less than a mile of visibility right now in Lafayette. The temperature change is drastic. We're running 15 to over 20 degrees colder right now than yesterday at this time. And here's a look at future track. We're going to be in the thick of this snow throughout the afternoon. We have a lot of lift in the atmosphere and a lot of moisture to work with. So that's why our snow totals are so high, because we expect this storm system to enhance and continue to push in these heavy snow amounts, as they will likely be anywhere from a ½ inch to 1.5 inches per hour of snow. This is at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We do expect to see all of central Indiana in snow at that point. Then as we go into the evening hours, we'll start to see the snow tapering off quite a bit. Still a possibility on the backside of that system that we still could see a little leftover snow activity late tonight into Friday morning. So we've been talking about this snow map. We've adjusted it as we normally do, tweaking things. And that's why we don't put out a snow map until we get much closer to the actual event. But we knew over a week ago that this storm system looked like it was going to be very massive, just with the type of precipitation making things very messy. But at this point, we still think that I-74 corridor will see at least 6 inches of snow. We could see over 9 inches of snow in some locations. North of that, added snow, another 4 to 6 inches of snow will be possible, and north of that a little bit lighter amounts, although Fort Wayne has already seen some very heavy snow. Now what we've been really watching out for is the icy conditions. Of course, Bloomington, Columbus are still in that icy condition, but we could still see 1/1500 to a quarter of an inch of ice, which is just incredibly dangerous. As I mentioned, the winds are going to be significant today out of the north, so it's going to be those west and eastbound travel lanes that are going to have the biggest problems in terms of blowing snow and drifting snow. So once that snow finally settles down later tonight, these winds are not going to do us any favors. It's going to just blow the snow back onto those east and westbound travel lanes, making way for some slick spots once again even tomorrow morning. Here's a look at the temperatures. They're going to basically hover in the low 20s early this afternoon, and then we'll drop to around 20 degrees by mid-afternoon, and it is just going to be a blustery day with low visibility and falling snow. The snow will start to move on out late tonight. Temperatures will start to fall. The skies will still be cloudy. Temperatures fall to 13 in Indy. 6 degrees will be the low in Kokomo, 14 in Bloomington. Later tonight into tomorrow, that leftover snow will start to move into east central Indiana, tapering off from northwest to southeast. That's why we still think we could still see a few snow showers even early tomorrow morning. But most of tomorrow is just going to be quiet and dry and bitter cold. We're going to see temperatures only climbing into the upper teens to near 20 degrees. The skies will actually start to clear out by late afternoon, and those winds will be lighter as well. But still, it's going to make it feel for a bitter day, single digits and below zero at times. So this winter storm system is massive, and it's going to continue to push in as we go into the next few days, because we go into Saturday with those clear skies. Temperatures drop to 0 early Saturday morning. 2 below in Kokomo, 1 above in Bedford. Wind chill values will be running well below 0. Saturday's high only 22 degrees. It is going to be a blustery Saturday. However, it will be sunny and dry. We rebound into the mid-30s on Sunday, so things start to improve. But gosh, we have quite a ways to go before we get to that point. So taking a look at your 7-day forecast, we'll see a high of just 23 today. So basically hovering in those low 20s, another 6 to 9 or 10 inches of snow possible in central Indiana, especially along that I-70 corridor. As we go into Friday, high of 20 degrees, blowing, drifting snow will still be possible this weekend. We're going to start drying out. We'll see sunshine, but gosh, it's going to be a bitter weekend. Temperature high of 22 on Saturday, 34 on Sunday. And as we go into next week, we'll start to see a quieter and warmer weather pattern. But Julia, gosh, just a lot going on with this forecast.
Right. I can't believe the temperatures we dipped down to over the weekend. So that'll be intense. So we do want to remind you, if you're out and about and you're seeing some incredible pictures of the weather, we would love you to share those with us. Of course, if you can take the pictures safely, and then the video or pictures you can send to 317-655-5740. We have a lot more coverage, of course, for you coming up on Channel 13. We're going to give you more coverage beginning at 11 o'clock until 1 o'clock with Anne-Marie Tiernan. She's going to give you the very latest. Sean Ash will also be a part of that coverage to let you know exactly the very latest weather conditions, and then we'll get things started again around 4 o'clock tonight, because as you have pointed out so perfectly, we are in for the rest of the day.
It's a long haul for sure.
All right. Well, thanks so much for being with us. Don't forget to catch our coverage on Channel 13 later today. Have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow.